Welcome to A Terrible Beauty. I'm an Irish-American composer and pianist.
I happen to be neighbors in a small town in Maine with a Grammy Award-winning composer who read the book and called me up one dark and snowy day in January and suggested we do a show collaborating with his music and the story of the novel.
We found a wonderful actress and a child prodigy singer, and the result was A Terrible Beauty.
When the potato blight, which is a fungus, Phytophthora infestans, is already appearing in Western Ireland in the fall of 1846, these people who live almost exclusively on a diet of potatoes will become a burden. There's no more room for wild, mountainy people in East Clare growing potatoes on useless land.
Spirit seeking light and beauty, heart that longeth for thy rest, soul that asketh understanding.
I'm Canadian by birth, not Irish. My grandfather was a guy called John Joseph O'Brien. He wasn't interested in being Irish, though he'd named his children Mary Martha, Mary Frances, Mary Patricia, and Mary Althea. He was John Joseph O'Brien. We went every Sunday to the Ascension of our Lord for High Mass, but we weren't Irish. We were Canadian. Nonetheless, when you grow up in Montreal with a name like O'Brien, you kind of grow up in the shadow of the famine. I don't recall anyone ever telling me about the famine. I also don't recall ever not knowing about it. It was very much a part, I think, in the sort of subterranean structure of who we were.
Mother and father, dead. Sisters, dead. You feel very light, floating, not much attaching you to the world, it seems. Fergus was on the point of opening his mouth and pleading with the landlord's son to take him back, to take him home.
The potato blight means they have been starving for weeks, living on songbirds. Now they are being physically ejected. Soldiers have been brought in. And their cabin will be, the word that's used, tumbled, demolished.
Is courage just the awareness that gestures, journeys, lives have intrinsic shape and must, one way or another, be completed?
Ye lovers all, both great and small, who dwell in Ireland, I pray you pay attention whilst I my pen command. It was my father's anger that drove my love away, but I still have hopes we'll meet again in North America.
So that was the famine to me, and that was the book I had to write. Became Law of Dreams, and tonight becomes A Terrible Beauty.